Hey everybody, Mike with Cactus Carlos RC, and today I wanted to do a patina paint tutorial. I'm not an expert at it. I've done it a couple times, and probably the best patina paint I've done was on my 66 Chevy Proline C10 body on the truck I call Maynard. So I've done it a few times. Like I said, I'm not an expert at it, but I'm gonna give it a shot on this body. So this is the Ecto body that I had on quite a few trucks, and lately it was Sgt Rock that was sporting this body. So it's been painted a few times, inside, outside. It's been roughed up a bit, so it's going to be a good candidate for a patina paint. When I'm doing a patina paint job, I'm doing the salt method, and basically what the salt method is I'm going to lay down the rust color on this truck first. That color can be reds and oranges and maroons and yellows, whatever I can find out there on the paint shelf to give it that rust look, like the truck is totally rusted out. Once that paint is totally dry, I'll come back with kosher salt or sea salt. I like using this because it's not uniformed like table salt. It's very ununiformed in chunks. And when it's laid on there, it'll have a really cool transition line between the two colors. I'll spritz the vehicle down with water so the salt can stick to it, and I'll put the salt in different places where it's going to be rusting out and fading out the paint job from the sun and the weather and the elements. That'll be like the roof, the hood, the top edges of this line right here, corners, below the windows, in the bed corners, everywhere else. So once that's all laid down and it's totally dry, then I'll come back with body color, and then once the body color is dry, I'll come back and I'll clean all the salt off, and then we should have a patina looking paint job. So my first step on this body will be to prep it. I've got to take off the stickers. I've got to mask off the places I don't want to have painted, which will be like the grill and the cargo door, the windows of course. I'm going to mask off this bed because I already have it painted in black. And once all that masking is done, I'll do a really quick light sanding to get rid of some of these deep scratches. And then we'll go ahead and we'll start with our first color, which is going to be all the rust. So let's get that going. Okay, so here's the prepped Ecto body ready for the first layer of paint, and I have removed the stickers. One thing about removing stickers is that it'll leave a residue on there, and you want to make sure you get that residue completely off before you paint, or the paint's going to have a really bad reaction to it. I masked up everything that I don't want to get painted, like the grill, the windows, the bed, the little cargo door, and I have sanded the whole thing down just to like knock off some deep scratches and stuff. It's not going to be perfect. It's a patina paint job. It doesn't have to be perfect, but this is also going to help to let the new paint adhere to the body. So our next step is to get it back out and put on that rust color. Okay everybody, I am back with the Ecto, and it has its first coat of paint on there, and this is the rust coat. I used 4 different colors on here. This is just regular Krylon paint. It's nothing expensive, just something I picked up at the local box store. The first color I put on here was kind of a darkish maroonish color. It was called Satin Merlot, so nothing that's shiny. Everything I either want to do a satin or a flat. After I laid down that Merlot color, then I came back with something called Banner Red, and it was a little orangey, which I wish I had some orange, but I didn't, and that one was pretty close. It was a little orangey. I came back with another brownish red in some spots, and then finished off with brown. I had some brown paint back there, and when I was painting the 3 other colors on there after I had put on the Merlot, I just hit it in certain spots. So a spot here, a spot there, a spot right here, a spot right there. That way there's not any uniformity to it. And when you're dealing with rust and patina, it's not supposed to have any uniform. So just different places here and there kind of gives it a chaotic look. And now that this paint is totally dry, my next step is going to be to put the salt on here. So this is going to be a messy process. So I'm going to lay down some newspaper on my workbench here so I don't get salt everywhere. And I'll spray on some water out of a spray bottle on here, just mist it on there. Then I'll come back with the salt and I'll put it where I want the rust to be showing after I've completed the final coat of paint on here. So next step, let's get some salt on here. Alright, I have the body all salted here, and I've kind of concentrated mostly on the top because on a real vehicle that's been patinaed out, it's the sun damage and the snow been sitting up there, and the weathering that happens on the top surfaces. So mainly it's on the top that I wanted to concentrate putting a lot of that salt. Now I'll let this sit overnight, let it totally dry. In the morning, I'll put our color on. Alright everybody, now that the paint is all dry, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take off all this salt and unmask the vehicle, and we should be done. At this point, what I like to do is just to rub it off with my hands and onto the newspaper, and then I'll go over to the sink and I'll run some warm water over it and scrub it with a toothbrush to get the little fine stuff off. This is really cool. Actually, in this color, it kind of looks like the skin of Godzilla. That's awesome. So let's go ahead and get all this salt off of it, and then we'll get it unmasked, do our finishing touches, and then we'll finish off there. Alrighty, here is the completed patina paint job on the Ecto body for Sgt Rock. And kind of hard to tell in this light, but let me hold it here at a better angle, and you can see once you remove the salt, the awesome pattern it gives you. You can see the different colors of the rust. I have some browns, some reds there. I've got some wear down here into the corners underneath the windowsill. Here below the back window, I did some rusting there too. Put some salt there so it looks like rusting under the back window. A little bit in the bed here and there. Again on this side in the corners, underneath, a little bit underneath the windowsill. And I went ahead and finished off the body by taking a paint pen and I painted around the window glass. I added in this line right here to replicate a split window. And so it looks like the rubber surround of glass. Looking really cool, man. I like it. I like the way it came out. So if I didn't already get another body for Sgt Rock, I'd definitely be rolling this one again. I really like the way it came out. Thanks for checking out the video. Come back again for more Cactus Crawlers RC, and we'll see y'all next time.